What's going on, guys? This is Untapped Territory. This is my guest, Donovan Quiñones. Accent over the one N.
Hello. The first N. First
Doesn't really matter. It doesn't really make a difference, does it?
It's pronunciation.
Nah, it don't really matter.
Okay.
So, me and DJ have been friends for probably about, I don't even know. Probably about like 10 years, right? Since the beginning of high school. So back in 2015.
Yeah, like 9 years going on to 10. This probably might be our 10-year anniversary.
Are we going to celebrate?
No.
Come on.
I don't like you enough.
Dude, don't play like that.
I'm just here for the clap. I ain't gonna lie.
Dude's clout chasing, dick riding, Glazer 1000. So, I do remember back when we were in 8th grade, I would always tell you on Ask FM. I would always tell you on Ask FM. And then you never fucking would. And you always tell me you would.
Because I didn't have a phone. Well, I had a phone. It was like a 5C. But I didn't have
But you had a 5C in 8th grade?
Yeah. But I didn't have data on it. So it was like an iPod. And I was ashamed of having like an iPod.
You never told me that.
Yeah. No, yes, I definitely did.
I don't think so, because I would have remembered that.
Definitely did. But I had like an iPod.
So when did you get a real phone?
Sophomore year.
No way.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
I feel like we had a group chat freshman year that we were talking about.
Yeah,
like we were
because
talking
I can hook up my like my email to the iMessages.
Oh my god.
When I was out of fucking Wi-Fi, I couldn't text. I didn't get shit.
No, that's insane, dude.
And then I got a phone, and then I lost it in a river.
And then a couple years ago, we found it. Yeah. I found it in the river.
3 years later.
Fuck, dude. So me and DJ have been on a million trips together. And we actually just got back from one. We went to the Dirty Berg.
The Dirty Bird is still with me. Dirty Bird.
Are you ever going to go back?
Yeah, I think I'm going back during the football season. I think I'm going to a Steelers Cowboys game. I don't want to drive.
Are you making Pedro drive?
I hope so. If not, I'm fucking flying that shit.
No, dude, fuck that. The drive was absolutely miserable. But
dude, can we talk about how you were fucking cracked out? Yo, what the hell was that? Like, actually? Were you, like, you bullshitting, or was that, like, legitimate?
No, dude, that was completely real. I have no idea what that was about, though. So when we... So when we were driving back, we, I was up for fucking probably about 24 hours at that point because we took Vin to the hospital.
Yeah.
And, I'm driving and I'm so much fucking caffeine just trying to keep me awake. And my fucking face feels like it's got spiders underneath it. And I have no idea what that was about.
The bugs were crawling.
But honestly, I have a very strong feeling that it was from, like, the vibration of the car. You know?
Yeah. It didn't feel... I mean, in the backseat, it didn't feel that bad.
Yeah.
But that backseat was rough.
As soon as I got in the back seat, it didn't feel like shit. But that's because you were sleeping and fucking snoring on me the whole time.
Nah, bro. I felt like I was asleep, but I also felt like I wasn't asleep, if you know what I'm talking about.
Because you kept falling in and out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, like, I would, like, close my eyes and, like, I would still hear the shit going on, like, in my headphones. But, like, it felt like I was asleep, but, like, not asleep. I don't know. It was weird. I was, like, in a weird state, I guess you could say.
So tell me a little bit about you. What are 3 words that describe you? Terrible beard is one. There's 2.
Certified forklift driver.
Dude fucking preaches that he's a forklift driver. Are you actually certified?
Yeah.
How good is your cert? How long is your good? Fuck. How long is your cert good for?
I have no idea.
You don't know?
No. They just, like, made me at FedEx. They just, like, taught me how to do it. And they're like, oh, you're certified now.
How long have you been at FedEx?
I've been at this FedEx for a year and a half, just about. I started there in September 2 years ago. Last year was my 1 year. So then 2 3/4-ish. I don't know.
And you're planning on staying there, right? Because you were working at the hospital before, but you just left the hospital.
Yes, sir. I am now just a part-time employee.
But do you like it? Because now you feel like you have the mornings to yourself.
I do have a lot more time. It gets boring after a while, but I like now waking up at 6:30 in the morning.
Tell me about it.
Shit's great.
No, fucking preach, though. Because, like, I'm still up, like, throughout, like, all hours of the night. But it's nice when I don't have to wake up and go to work that early in the morning. You know? Yeah. But...
I don't know. My sleep schedule is now real off. Like, I'm going to bed at, like, 2 in the morning. I don't want to be going to bed at 2 in the morning.
Yeah, because I figured, dude, I texted you so late last night and you just hit me up.
I was playing Xbox.
Fair enough. It's funny because just before that I was playing Fortnite and I caught a fucking dub. And then I hopped in a game. Dude, no, don't give me shit. And then
Joseph Baba. This guy is strictly in bot lobbies.
No, dude, I play some elite people. They build like 2 walls on me. That must be elite lobbies.
You're right.
So either way, I caught that dub, waiting for Mario, and then this fucking kid took like virtually forever because he's like, oh, 20 minutes for me to eat. And I'm like, okay, word. And then he hops on like fucking 45 minutes after. And I'm like, what are you doing, bro? He's like, obviously I had to take a shit.
Oh,
I'm like, what do you mean obviously? Do what you a dog? You shit right after you eat? That's like the most insane thing I've ever heard.
Honestly, I'd be doing that sometimes. Sometimes it just hits me right through me.
Yeah, but
like that Renegade hot dog, like I don't think I even chewed it. It just...
Renegade hot dog?
Yeah, at the PNC.
The one that's literally this long?
Oh, yeah. I like just swallowed it whole and it just was like, whoop, right down.
Fuck. Let's get into that PNC trip, though. How long ago did we plan that?
Mid-February? No, it may have been a little bit... You mentioned it to me a little bit before that.
I feel like we were talking about it for a while.
Yeah. Because it was Vin's birthday the week before and then my birthday that weekend. So we wanted to do something. But may have first got mentioned January. Why PNC? Why the fuck did we go to PNC?
Well, because, like when we were younger, when me and Vin were younger at least, like we would always play MLB The Show at PNC Park. And we always thought the stadium was so sick. Which I still believe that. I think the stadium's cool as fuck.
That's what I was saying to people at work. They're like, how was it? Sorry. And I was like, the stadium and the view, like, it was amazing. But everything else about the ballpark just kind of sucked. Like, have you ever been to City?
City Field, like Mets Stadium?
Yeah.
No, I'm actually going in 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
See, I might be lazy because I'm a Mets fan. But, like...
This dude's crazy.
All the food in, like, City is, like, hella good. And when I went to PNC, like, that sandwich with fries in it, it was alright.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna agree. I don't think the food was all too good.
The Renegade hot dog, I mean, it was a cool concept, but like pierogies, pulled pork, pickles on a hot dog. But like, see, that would be very unhealthy, but good. If they like had it fresh, like they make it right in front of you.
Yeah.
But they had it sitting there, so when I tried grabbing the hot dog, the bread was soggy, the pierogies were soggy.
Yeah, and how the fuck do you eat a mile-long hot dog? This thing is ginormous. Dude, this guy loves you. This is the pod doggy.
The pod dog. Yo, can we talk about that freaking bar where it felt like we were at a house party? Can we talk about that situation that happened at the bar?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's get into it. So we're sitting at this bar. I think it was called Shorty's. I haven't showered since because I'm a dirty motherfucker, but I still kind of got the stamp on my hand. So we leave PNC Park, and we're trying to find a bar, and we walk a little bit down the road, and meanwhile, it is freezing. Dude, like the wind chill was like
cold
insane.
For no reason.
And it said it was supposed to be like 60-something degrees that weekend.
Yeah, bro.
But it was freezing. The wind was insane.
That shit was cold.
So we pull up to this bar, walk in, do our thing, right? There's not many people in there when we first get there. And first thing that we do is we go get... actually, we don't even get drinks yet. We go and sit down on these fucking brown leather couches. Which, first off, I guess having a leather couch is good in a bar because if someone throws up or it spills, it's easy to clean. Yeah. But it's like... but it's like... But it's so easy... It's so easy to get comfortable in a leather couch. You just sink into that shit. So we're fucking sitting there. We're chilling. We're waiting for like a waiter to come around. And Vin gets a drink. I get a drink. Betts gets a drink. And DJ's getting snubbed.
Bro. Yo, I tried to call... So what originally happened was... So at that one spot, you could either go up to the bar and create your own tab, or there's a waiter. Just going around taking your orders. So... Betts gets his drink like as soon as we walk in. And I'm like, nah, like I'm good for right now, I'm gonna chill out. Blah blah blah, start looking, wanna get a drink. Joe ends up going to the bar, grabs his own drinks. So now it's me and Vinny both without a drink. I'm like, alright, we want a drink. And the waiter walks by and I flag him down. But so I'm all the way to the left, and the waiter's coming from the right, and Vin's right on the right. Mind you, I made eye contact with this waiter. It was me that called him over. He takes Vin's order, and then walks away. I was like, yo, what the fuck? I got snubbed. But
yeah. And he did it multiple times, too. He did it probably like 2-3 times, because then you kept flagging him over, and he just kept dubbing you.
Dude, but you even tried it, and Betsy even tried it. When you walk over, yo, nothing.
Dude, the best is when we called that one guy over, he full on turns around and looks at us, and just goes... And then just keeps on walking. Yeah, I think that guy was a bouncer.
Yeah,
but still, but it's like really hard to tell. Because he had to be walking around with a fanny pack. So we pull up, and this guy looks this girl dead in the face and goes, hey, your face looks a little weird or something like that, whatever he said. And he like grabs her face and then just leans in for a kiss. And then walks away. Right? Or no, he stands there and he like starts like grabbing her ass and shit.
Yeah.
Dude hits a little... And then, so now we're so invested.
Yeah,
and we're like, we're like, dude, is this a consensual thing? Like, what the fuck is going on?
So then we end up sitting there for a while. We're stalking him. He's going back and forth, blah, 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 talking. And then I see the one girl that he kissed get up. And she has, like, all right, it was 2 white people. Her lock screen, there was a black guy. So, it definitely wasn't her. I know that. But I saw the black and I'm like, yo, is like, this guy just like, are they just cheating? Like, what's the situation going on here? But there was other black guys there. And I'm not being racist, but the complexion of the person on that picture did not match the complexion of those black guys. So it was weird. It was weird.
Yeah. So then, but then like a couple minutes later, a black guy walks over to said girl, right? Let's call her Becky. Black guy walks over to Becky and has his arms like all over her, like trying to like talk to her, like chat it up with her.
Yeah.
So we're like, oh fuck. Yo, shit. So he like walks up to her, and now we're like, oh fuck, this might be the boyfriend. But he was standing there when white guy, Mr. Unconsensual maybe, kissed Becky. So now we're fucking confused.
But they were like all one huge group. Like they were all chatting each other up. But this one guy was like risen up everybody. But while he was risen up one girl, he smacked Becky's ass. And I was like, yo, what's going on?
And it wasn't just like a smack. It was like a smack, a grab, and then like a little bit of like a...
Quite literally.
Like, dude was trying to like do something other than just get a grab on the butt. But that's all besides the point. We leave there. Or no, actually, we're still there. And we're sitting on the couch.
Yeah, we stayed there for like another solid...
We were watching the whole Knicks game. We were there from the beginning all the way up to the end. And people just keep walking around us.
Oh my god, dude, I was getting so mad. So like, we're in the bar. It's just 4 people sitting on a couch. And like, listen, it's a bar. I mean, I get you're trying to be respectful. Don't duck below the TV, dude.
Because it just draws my attention.
Yeah, like I want to see how stupid you look going. You're at a fucking bar with your drink. Dude, it's dumb.
It's fucking funny. Like, just walk straight. And the best is that
it's not even like the TV was super high where they're like, or like super low and they were cutting off half the TV.
No. And then the best part is that there was a short guy, probably like around my same height, which this TV was like, it was up there, right? And this guy feels the need to duck down. But I don't even think that when he ducked down, he was touching the TV.
Yeah, I don't think he did anything. See, I mean, I get it. Being respectful, appreciate it, but like, wasn't worth it.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
And then what did we do after that night? We went to the Tequila Cowboy.
Tequila Cowboy was cool.
That was a cool bar. Because
when me and James went out to Nashville, Tequila Cowboy is what everyone confuses Jason Aldean's bar to be, because it's Tequila Cowboy on a downstairs, and then it's Aldean's up top, which is like a rooftop bar. Mm-hmm. So me and James have like this very vivid memory of going into Tequila Cowboy and it being like amazing for food.
Yeah.
So, especially the Nashville hot chicken. So we go in there, and when we first walk in, it seems kind of beat. right?
Because
Because
it was
like
a little dead.
there wasn't like many people in there. So then,
Well, that's because they had freaking 8 different spots.
but we didn't know that when we first walked
Yeah.
in. So then when we walked in, DJ was like, you know what, fuck it, I need to go to the bathroom. So he walks back, like following the restroom signs. And this fucking, when we walk back there, expecting a bathroom, we see this huge stage, this ginormous fucking bar, and the place just got bigger and bigger and bigger the more that we traveled around.
Yeah, dude, that place had like 4 different bars in it.
We got there at like
guys
9
sleep.
o'clock.
Yeah.
So we're kind of just chilling, doing our thing. We sit down at a table, and dude, we're fucking
Drinking.
like, I didn't realize it, but like
drink a
we
lot.
were ordering like 2-3 beers at a time. I must have had like at least 13, 14 beers
Yeah,
while we were there.
I probably crushed. Dude, I think I may have crushed like 7 at the table.
Yeah.
And then we were sitting on the dance floor. I probably crushed like another 6, maybe.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we were just fucking hammering them down. So then we're sitting at this table.
But crazy, I wasn't even that drunk. I think
No, dude, I was fucking fine.
I think it's because we ate so much food.
Maybe, but it's still so much alcohol to
that was a
consume.
lot. I'm surprised I wasn't so full with all the beer and shit.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
mean, it was Michelob. Sponsor us?
That'd be kind of lit. Sponsored by Zins and Michelob and Carmex.
Hell yeah, bro.
Even though Carmex kind of sucks ass.
No,
Blistex all the way. I like when it looks like a glue stick.
not valid.
But, so we're sitting at this table, and we're getting drinks, and fucking Vin orders nachos. I order Nashville hot chicken sandwich, so does James. And what did you get? Boneless wings?
Yeah.
Right? So then we're all kind of just like sharing each other's food. And I fucking spill my hot sauce all over my fucking sandwich. Fucking disclaimer, this shit was hot as hell. Because I'm eating it, because it went all over the bread. So it's not like I can just kind of like fucking wipe it off. It's all over my bread, so it's already soaked in.
And it was freaking on underneath your sandwich, so your bottom bread
Dude,
was
the bottom
soaked.
bread, the top bread, and it was just soggy. So I tried to eat it as fast as I can so it wouldn't like really get too wet, you know? But it's like burning my mouth. And I don't know if you know this, but beer doesn't really fucking help with like spice, you know? But I can't just be like, hey, can I get a milk 2%, please? They'll be like, sir, we don't have that. All right, give me a Bailey's on the rocks. Creamy beer, creamy Bailey's on the rocks.
Yeah.
So now we like kind of get up and we like kind of migrate over to the dance floor and we're kind of just doing our thing. Meanwhile, there are so many fucking people in here now. It had to be
Dude,
like at least like
so packed.
10:30, 11.
Dude, you would think like that band would kind of go later.
Yeah.
That band hopped off at like 10 o'clock ish.
And then it turned into like a club
Turned
kind
into
of.
like a frat, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody was on stage.
The frat
Dude,
flick.
such a weird mix of people. I was like watching the stage. You had like the bridesmaids and shit.
There
like,
were
the
so
other
many bridal
parties
showers there. Bridal
there.
parties.
You had a group of guys on the other corner, everyone mixed in the middle. And then you just, every now and then, you just see that occasional 40-year-old at the corner on the stage.
Dude, the best is that I went on Snap Maps, right? Because I tried to post a picture to Snap Maps.
Do you think
and
it ever got posted?
I don't know. I'd have to go back and look.
I kind of look.
But I went on Snap Maps and there was one guy posting to Snap Maps. And it was like this 50-year-old black guy,
He was in that shit.
right? And it was just like hour-long videos, dude. Like you could do like a minute-long video on Snapchat, but this guy is posted up. And he's like interviewing people and all this shit. It was fucking insane. So a little bit down the line, we find the fucking guy. And I went up to him and I was like, yo, like, you're the guy off SnapMap. And he's like, yes, sir, that's me. And I couldn't tell if he was going for a high five or a dab up or a fist bump because he kind of just put his hand out like this. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Right? So I kind of just give him a fist bump and he grabs it to try to stick shift my fist bump. Weirdest thing ever. So then I walk away and I take a video of that guy and try to post it onto the Tequila Cowboy Snap Map. Like almost like a,
He was there again.
show the
yesterday.
camera, show the camera. Said guy. Fucking living legend in the Dirty Burg.
This is from Sunday.
So then, now we're kind of just walking around. We're all doing our thing, you know, just getting a little down and groovy. Because, you know, Shania Twain
Posted.
comes on. A little bit of Gwen Stefani, so our feminine sides come out. And DJ goes to the bathroom, and I don't even know where Vin went. We kind of lost everyone.
I think he went to go take a poopy.
He took a shit. So then me and Betts are walking around trying to find people, and me and Betts kind of have this ritual of when we see a bridal shower. Most of the time they have like the groom's face on a popsicle stick, right? So I have a couple of pictures of Betts with these bridal showers, right? I'll insert a picture. I'll ask him, but I'll insert a picture of it. And I went up to a bridal party or whatever, and I asked them if they had the picture of a groom on a broomstick.
Long ass stick.
A groom on a popsicle stick or whatever, and they actually tell me no. But then this one girl is just staring at me, and I'm like, "Can I help you?" And she like, I had my hat backwards, and she like looks at me and she like lifts my hat, and she goes, "Holy fuck, you're bald." And I go,
Oh, dude, you just revealed it.
What? I said it yesterday in the podcast.
Oh.
But no one's going to see my head. I want there to be a TikTok thing where people are like actively looking up Joe Barba head. And if a video of me sucking some ding-a-ling comes up, that's crazy. But
Hey, I edited a video.
yeah, okay. So either way, this girl goes, "Holy fuck, you're bald." And I'm like, "Yeah, I am." Like, okay. And she goes, "Look at this." And she holds up like a little bit of, like, it's like a playing card almost. And it says, "Find a bald man and give him a kiss on his head." So I go, "Okay, go for it." Meanwhile, this girl is trying to steal my Yankees hat, right? In the Dirty Burg, and they're trying to steal my Yankees hat.
Ironic.
So she tried, like, so they take a picture with the girl kissing my head or whatever. And I was like, "Yo, could I get my hat back?" And she was like, "Oops, sorry, that might have been a little bit of, like, a little creepy." And I'm like, "No, yeah, you're cool." So then the girl was like, "Oh, can you send me that picture?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So I went to go airdrop it to her. And she's like, "Nah, here, give me your phone number." And I was like,
Ready?
"Am I getting rizzed up in the Dirty Burg?" Yeah, the drinks were definitely flowing.
I was going, and then, I don't know what it was. We just had this big obsession with Drake that weekend. So.
Not even Drake's music. Drake leaked.
You're a freak.
Little flop video.
So we ended up going. It's funny because I ended up getting bombed. I'm now at this point. Everyone's passed out. We have like a little debrief of the night for like 20 minutes. Everyone's passed out. I'm laying in bed watching YouTube on my phone. I start spinning. I'm like, "Fuck me, dude." So then I go to the bathroom, contemplate on pulling Trey. Don't end up doing it. So I'm just sitting there.
But you tried. We heard a little.
I did try. I did try. I tried. Nothing was coming up. Because I don't know. I hate throwing up, so whatever. Tried it. Our bathroom was huge. So then I was
amazing like, LED around the mirror.
Dude, it was nice. Nice bathroom. So then I was like,
imagine Drake leaked in that bathroom.
You're a freak, bro. So then I was like, "Yo, fuck this. I gotta just lay down." And then I probably laid out on that bathroom floor since it was so cold, like a starfish, for like a solid 45 minutes. And then I was like, "All right, I'm gonna get up right now." And then I tossed Drake on because I had my AirPods in.
This guy.
And I was like, "Yo, I gotta lock in." So I wanted to listen to Push-Ups by Drake.
Did you start doing push-ups?
No.
Dropping "Give Me 50."
I freaking went and sat up, and I was like, "Nope." And I was fully prepared to crack the door open just a little bit so it's not locked and people can come in. I set up a towel under my head. I was prepared to sleep in that bathroom, completely sprawled out.
Now we're at like the last night in Dirty Burg, and we're all kind of laying down, and Vin like starts kind of getting like the shakes, right? So I asked him, I'm like, "Yo, are you good?" And then like I didn't want to go through it again because when I was out in Dominican Republic with Eden, he was like super dehydrated, and he said that he was like his vision was going blurry, and he was like hot, but he was cold, and he was like sweating, and he couldn't move, and like his body was like tensing up. So I didn't want to go through that with Vin. So I was like, "You know what, fuck it, bro. Like, I'm gonna go get you some water. In the meantime, tell me how you feel, and like if worst comes to worst, we'll go to the hospital if need be."
Yeah.
So we ended up going to the hospital. And this was a fucking mission, bro. Because first off, the person working was like an absolute dumb motherfucker. Because like we're there, and there's like, I guess a thing in Pittsburgh is like homeless people go to the hospital to kind of get out for the night.
Yeah.
Right? So there's like a bunch of them sleeping in the
lobby.
like in the lobby, right? So then we get there and Vin's like trying to get in as fast as possible because he says that he's like, dude, I'm gonna pass out, like I'm so dehydrated, I like my fucking vision and all this shit, right? So then the guy's like, oh, go sit down for 45 minutes to an hour and we'll call you in. So then I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. So then I'm like, yo, can you give him some water at least, like, you know, just whatever? And the guy working the desk was like, I can't give him water. And I was like, why not? And he's like, because if that, like, let's say it comes back and that has a negative effect on him, I'm held liable.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but it's water, right? So I didn't think anything of it. Then when we got in there, we asked the doctor if he, like, because I now gave Vin the fucking chug, like the gallon. Mm-hmm. And the doctor was like, don't drink that anymore because that'll lower your sodium levels. He's like, you should be drinking Gatorade. It'll boost your electrolytes, all this shit. Meanwhile, I'm not a doctor. I'm the love doctor, but I'm not a PhD doctor. So then they were like, blah, 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 whatever. We get in there. This fucking RN's trying to take him for blood and try to give him an IV. And he stuck him like 3 times, dude. Like one in the hand, I think one in the same arm, one in the other arm. And it's just like not working. They couldn't get it into his vein. So that was a complete problem. Then they give him an EKG, monitor his heart because he said he was going to pass out and all this shit. Comes back fine. And then they were just like, here, drink this Gatorade and you're on your way. And we were there for 3 hours. And I still haven't gone to sleep. So then when we get back to the hotel, we wake up Bets, we wake up DJ, and we were just like, yo, like, come on, get your shit. Like, we're just going to leave now. Fuck going to bed and fuck waiting. Like, we'll just get home early and we'll get on the road. So I drove for like the first 3 hours. And that's what we were talking about before, about like the spiders on my fucking face. I'm like, maybe it was like the lack of sleep and the fucking, like, the caffeine trying to keep me awake. So I was gulping down a cold brew. But I'm, like, driving, and I'm like, holy shit, dude. Like, my face is shaking, and, like, my fucking eyes are hurting.
Yo, it's a good thing you don't sound like Kermit the Frog.
I still kind of do.
Nah, not as bad as it was.
Yeah, I, like, lost my voice really bad. But now we're back. And I don't think I've ever been happy to say that I'm back in Jersey.
Yeah, it's definitely, like... I don't want to go to Pittsburgh again, but, like, I'm going to. But, like, dude, the city wasn't really... Like, there's better cities. No offense to anyone listening from the Dirty Bird.
I think what it is, like, Pittsburgh in a grand scheme, like, I think it's a pretty city. I think there's a lot of shit going on. It's just, like... I don't know. Maybe what we did wasn't up to our expectation because we hyped it up so much.
You know what I think it is? It's like... So, we were in this spot where the city... Inside of Pittsburgh is nice. But everything around Pittsburgh isn't so nice.
Well, it's a shitty area.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But that's with, like, a lot of them. Like,
the city was cool.
Like, same thing with, like, New York City. Or, like, L.A. Like, everyone hypes up L.A. But when I went out there with Carlos, like, dude, it's a fucking shithole. There's massive amounts of, like, the homeless rate is insane. It's a fucking dirty city. But everyone hypes it up. It's like, oh, the land of dreams.
Yeah.
Like, okay. But it's like the same thing with New York. It's the same thing with Nashville. Like, our what's it called? Our Airbnb was in, like, the worst part of Nashville. But then as soon as we kind of switched to a hotel, like, it gradually got a lot better. Yeah. I feel like it's always got those slum spots right outside of the city, the main city.
I guess.
But
our hotel was nice.
Our hotel was really nice.
That was good.
I would probably go back to Pittsburgh. Would I go back to watch the Pirates play? No, they fucking suck so much donkey shit. Yeah. But honestly, Vince said it, and it's very true, that when you come back to when you come back to Jersey, you start appreciating how good the fucking Yankees are compared to the Pirates. Because we went in there, and they were on like a 7-8 game run streak. Like, they were doing good in the beginning of the season, and they fell off.
Started out the season really good, and then before we went that week, they played against the Mets, got smoked. But
show the hat. Quite possibly only New York Mets fan that I know. Except for that one guy, Dirty Bird, that came in the full outfit.
Yo, bro, that was so weird. People were in fucking different ass uniforms. Like, there was a person in a Mets uniform, a Yankees uniform.
Like, I get it.
A Red Sox uniform.
I get it if you're wearing, like a baseball jersey. That makes sense to me, you know? But someone showed up in a Miami Heat uniform. What are you doing, dude?
Yeah.
Miami is so fucking far from here. And meanwhile, it's a different sport.
Yeah.
Basketball at a baseball game?
I mean, no, Miami didn't even play that day.
No, that's weird, bro.
It's
It's
the
weird.
day after.
It's
Yeah, I
weird.
get
There
it.
was a lot of Blue Jays fans.
Really?
Yeah, like a lot of people walk around like Blue Jays, like of jerseys and
I
stuff.
only saw like one Blue Jay jersey.
There were a lot of people in like Brave stuff too, which like I don't really know why.
So where's the next trip? Philly?
I don't know, dude. Eden's trying to plan something for May 10th through the 12th, but
Yeah.
what the fuck is that?
I can't do anything the 11th. I don't know if you saw my text. My anniversary.
Aw.
3 years.
But when is our 10 year? That's more important.
10 year?
That triumphs your 3 years with your girlfriend. But I'm trying to keep to like a more like intimate podcast, right? So you've been with your girlfriend for 3 years, right?
I have, yes.
What do you think the best things, or what do you think are the most important things about keeping a relationship healthy? But meanwhile, this also is your first relationship.
Yes. Communication. Communication is definitely the most important. We had a little stint where it was rough and we were arguing a lot, but we matured. It was different because we were long distance for a year and a half, but now she's back home.
Well, because she was down in Tampa, right, for college?
Yeah, she went to Tampa and then she didn't like it, so she transferred back to CCM. So, but just communication. Talk about your shit. Don't be petty. Sometimes we still are petty, but it's over small shit now.
Well, that's what it is, you know? I feel like a lot of people, like, especially in relationships and sometimes even in friendships, they're, like, scared to talk about the shit that bothers them.
Yeah, it's dumb.
But that's, like, the most important thing is, like, if something bothers you, what are you going to do? Bottle it up and hold it inside? No, you have to speak about it so that problem can get fixed and resolved.
Yeah.
You know? But
That's what I like about our friend group, dude. We're just so straight up about everything. We had, like, one issue, which I don't even know if you really call it an issue.
what was the issue?
Eden wanted to fight you.
Dude, that's not even an issue.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what it is, though? Is me and Eden have had, like, we've gone through so much shit together, you know, because we've been friends for a million fucking years, it sounds like. But, like, you get those days where you just get, like, fed up and you're pissed off at something else and you take it out on those people that are close to you, you know, and that's probably a bad thing on my part. It's probably a bad thing on a lot of people's parts.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, so me and Eden were arguing about something, and I corrected his grammar, as we typically do, and he called me a midget. And I don't, like, that normally doesn't bother me, right? It doesn't fucking affect me, really. But in this certain instance, it really fucking pissed me off.
It hurt you.
Right? So I was like, you know what, man, go fuck yourself, like, all this shit. And he's like, oh, you're talking all this shit, just wait till you see me in person.
Yeah, say it to my face.
And I'm like, what are you gonna do, fucking kick my ass? And he's like, oh, I might. Right? So I let him cool down, and then an hour later, I was like, hey, so are we doing anything this weekend? Or I'm like, what's going on this weekend other than eating kicking my ass? Like, try to bring, like, a little bit of a comedic value to it. And he goes, I'm not kicking your ass. And I was like, because you can't or you don't want to? And he goes, a little bit of both. And I'm like, say dad. I'm like, make sure you know who Papa is. So then, like, it's, like, stupid shit like that, bro. Like, but like, we've been friends for so long. We're going to take something stupid like that, and it's gonna rip apart our friendship.
I don't know. We've been real good at it. I think that's something, like, back where you left off at, saying how just being straight up with people definitely goes the mile.
The extra mile.
Yeah. But, like, our friend group, like, we haven't, besides that one little bullshit thing that we've been friends for, I mean, we've all been collective friends. Like, we're all cool with each other outside of it, and then we decided, yo, let's make a friend group.
I think that's the most important thing, though, is, like, you kind of gotta be very straight up. You have to tell people, like, what bothers you. You can't hold back feelings, you know? And I know that a lot of times people are like, oh, well, I don't necessarily want to say this. It's going to hurt their feelings. But if you want it to progress and you want it to get better, then you kind of have to do these things.
Honesty
you know?
is the best policy.
And people probably think I'm a dick, dude. But in reality, like, what it is like, I look out for, like, a lot of people.
Yeah,
and if I think what you're doing is stupid, or if I think that maybe you don't value my opinion, right?
Yeah.
But let's say I'm going to always fucking give it because I don't give a fuck. And I would hope that you guys would do the same for me, you know? And it's like, that's what it is you have to be judgmental to a sense of that it's always coming from a place of love and that you're looking out for them.
Yeah.
You know?
Always in the best interest.
And I've had friends where, like, I'll try to tell them what bothers me or what I think that they could be doing different. Like, whether it's like that or it's like in their life, and people don't fucking like that, you know?
Yeah.
And it pisses them off, and look at where I'm at now. Not friends with them anymore. But honestly, it's not people that I want to be friends with anyway.
Yeah, they don't want to value it.
I feel like I surround myself with very supportive people that are always looking out for me, and vice versa. Like, I was talking about it yesterday. It's like the people that I ride for, like, ride for me equally, and I love it so much because you can't have a one-way street in a friendship. Same thing with a relationship. You can't be putting in all the effort and then you're not getting any reciprocated to you, because that's inevitably going to be a relationship or a friendship that doesn't last.
Yeah.
You know, and it becomes more frustrating than what it's worth.
Mm-hmm.
But I applaud you for having a 3-year long relationship. And I feel like everyone in our friend group is in a pretty healthy relationship too in that aspect.
Yeah, we've all been going long with our relationships.
Yeah. So, like, I applaud you guys for having really long relationships, because I've been single the entire time that Mario's been in a relationship.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy, but what are you going to do? Just haven't found that person, I guess.
Yeah. That happens.
What are you going to do, bro? But then again, like, also on the same hand of it, like, I'm not in a rush to get into anything too crazy because
That's good.
I haven't found someone that fits, I guess you could say, my standards, but it's more of like an expectation of like how I want to be treated and how I want to go about these little fights and the communication. I haven't found a person that matches that communication with me.
It's hard.
So it's like I'm completely cool with waiting because I don't want to settle for anything less than what I think that I deserve. You know what I mean?
Preach, brother. Preach, brother. Preach.
Well, that's what it comes down to, you know?
Yeah. And if you, like, there's been times where, like you said, always giving people the truth and being honest. There's been times where you've been talking to people and I'm like, ooh, I don't really know. Keeping an eye out. Because I know your value and how much you would do for the person. And if just as your best friend, if I see it's not reciprocated, I'm going to tell you. Just give me my 2 cents.
You know what's funny, dude, is I always noticed it, but sometimes I try to push it to the back of my head because, like, I try to overlook the small things thinking that it'll get better over time or they'll start to appreciate me more. But honestly, if they don't appreciate you in the beginning, they don't respect you in the beginning, they fucking sure ain't going to do it in the end.
Never going to change.
And, like, that's my thing is, like, when I was younger, I was an asshole with girls and, like, I was very, like, set on the idea of knowing what I wanted. And I think I still am now, but it's like I'm a little bit more open to the idea of giving someone a chance that I necessarily wouldn't normally give them a chance.
Yeah.
You know, I'm giving them an equal chance just because they've treated someone else shitty. Like, who knows, they might treat me differently because I've treated people shitty, you know? Because, like, you don't know what happens behind closed doors.
You're right.
But that's what it comes down to.
Got to give everybody a shot.
That's what it is.
They make it. They make it. They miss. They miss.
And I think also, like, I'm way too busy. I feel like, I mean, obviously there are a lot of people out there that have a lot more going on, but it's like, I think right now, like, the workload between this and, like, figuring shit out with my knee and all that shit, I just don't have the effort or the time, per se, to devote to someone, and I feel like I would...
It's not fair to them.
Yeah, exactly. You know?
I get it.
But I'm in a better headspace mentally with what I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to accomplish. And if someone comes along the way and they want to support me and all that, then perfect. But I'm not actively looking, you know?
Yeah. That's honestly the best way to go about it. Don't look for it. If it happens, it happens.
That's what it comes down to.
That's how I went about my relationship. I wasn't actively looking, and then I found Haley, and we just clicked so well. Our relation, I was thinking about it a couple of days ago. Our relationship could have been so much, like, obviously, like, I met her back in January of 2021. Or, like, I've known her, like, through Snapchat and whatnot, but my first time actually meeting her was January 2021. We started dating May of that year. But, like, I knew from after a month and a half in that this is something I want to pursue. But, dude, I psyched myself out with her going away for Tampa and having to deal with long distance. I psyched myself out so much.
It's a very scary thing.
Yeah. Especially for it being your first relationship, like it was for mine. I didn't know how to go about it, but...
Well, dude, because you hear all the horror stories of people going away for college and all that shit. And then, obviously, like the worst case scenario is that they cheat on you.
Yeah.
You know, and like obviously you want to be there for that person as much as possible, but I think that it grew your relationship a lot more having that trust, because now like she allows you to go out and do things that you want to do, and vice versa. You give her that respect and trust that she can go out and you're gonna like come home back to each other, and I feel like that's really important.
Like this past weekend, she went down to Tampa for her best friend's 21st down there, and I went to Pittsburgh. There was never no argument about it, nothing. We trusted each other enough, and
that's good.
On. Something we built.
And dude, I love Haley. Like, I think she's such a sweet girl for you.
Thank you, brother.
But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think she's such a good girl for you, because awesome. Like, I feel like you guys are very compatible. I feel like you guys get along very well. She gets along well with the people in our friend group. And honestly, for me personally, like that's like a deal breaker almost. Like, if a girl that I bring around isn't liked by the people that I care about the most, like about their opinion, then it's gonna start to sit with me a little bit weird. And I know it's like, like other people's opinions shouldn't like dictate my relationship, but at the end of the day, like well, that's what it is like I want the person that I care about to share the happiness with the people that I love the most.
Definitely.
You know, and it's like I've been in like relationships with girls that like my mom doesn't like.
Yeah.
And like that kind of sits with me weird, and that kind of bothers me, because it's like I love my mom so much and I respect her opinion, that like if a girl that she doesn't like, maybe she's noticed something that I didn't necessarily notice, you know? Yeah. So it's like, I'm always going to take stuff like that into consideration, and I'm always going to take the criticism with like a little bit of like a salt on my grain shoulder. What the fuck is the term?
You're going to take the criticism with like a grain of salt?
Yeah, a grain of salt. But, you know, so it's like, I feel like that's all really important.
Yeah, definitely.
But, I don't know. All right, are we going to wrap this up?
Let's wrap it up.
I don't want to edit all this. This shit's going to suck cock.
It's all right.
But this was Untapped Territory. We'll see you guys on the next one.
First guest. Maybe not the last time.